What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I know you guys been wanting to see just a regular old riding video of the B1. So I came to the lot today, figured I'd ride it around, do some wheelies, practice my new foot brake. So you'll have to excuse me for being a worm, because I'm just not very reactive with the foot for some reason. But let's put that in mode 3. Ooh, already. So yeah, let's see if I can talk and use the foot brake at the same time. So we are still on the Electro & Co. ETM kit, 48 volt stock mototec battery. Still working on the far driver video, so I'll have that out here pretty soon. I'm gonna keep it simple at first. We'll wire up just a regular throttle. We'll do the voltmeter, of course. We'll probably do one of the handlebar mounted ones because those seem pretty popular. And then I'll do like a second part to the video where we're gonna hook up a DKD display. We're gonna hook up a Suron style throttle. I think it's just like one of those cheapy fake Surons, but they feel really good quality, really good spring tension to them. I guess that's what you can call it. But so we'll have that going out. I still want to do I want to put the handbrake back on and either do dual caliper or we'll just do like a banjo splitter kind of deal. Run 2 lines into that one caliper. And then what else are we gonna do? We got 72 volt a morgue coming from my boy Jordan, hooking me up. And then Bomb is coming out with their own 72 volt, specifically made. It's going to be almost proprietary, so it's going to be a specific shape to fit inside the cavity here. That way you're going to get, well, I'll let you know, it's going to be a 72 volt 30 amp hour 100 amp discharge continuous, and I think 120 peak. So it's going to be perfect for the bombmoto. Most of us who have already thrown a far driver on these are seeing about 100 amps is pretty much the max the motor is going to want to take. I think they're getting like 110 is kind of the limit, and as far as phase amps, I think 200 to 220, and they're saying it is an absolute torque monster. I mean, just on this ETM kit, it's torquey as hell. And the controller really ain't even tuned for it. It's tuned for a mototec motor. That is scary. I'm kind of chasing it a little bit because I'm so scared of like sketchy on the foot brake. I don't know if I'm gonna catch it in time. But it's just incredible how this motor reacts. Like, it's good. It's really good. Even on 48 volt, like, whew, this is probably perfect for a lot of people. And then, of course, if you guys been watching, I got the street tires on. And with my custom hub spacer, I gotta tie my shoes. That way I'm fitting a 100 wide rear tire on here. So I will be selling a couple 3D printed options for this, specifically the hub spacer. Now it's made out of PETG at like 80% infill, so I'm assuming it's going to be just as strong as a piece of aluminum, you know what I mean? Because the way that it's bolted on and the sprocket crushes down onto it into the hub itself, so I think it's going to be nice and strong. It's not gonna deform. Being PETG, it's not gonna melt even in temperatures like today. And so far, I mean, I've been ripping on it, doing wheelies everywhere, and it's been holding up perfect. No issues at all. and it's super nice having that wider tire in the back. Now I do think 100 is as wide as it's gonna get. I was thinking about stacking a spacer, stacking 2 spacers, but that would just shift the tire over a little bit too far, and by the time you put it like a 110 wide on it, the one side would be rubbing against the inside of the swing arm. So it really doesn't seem very worth it. But yeah, the 100 wide, I mean, it's good enough. More than good enough. I mean, this tire is awesome. This is the Kenda KD1 190/12. Super sticky. It's actually a very soft compound, but I mean, I've had this thing on the mototec, obviously swapped onto this, and I've had this tire for what, like a year now? I'm talking like doing standing burnouts, wheelies everywhere, riding all over the place, and it's holding up great. The front, I believe you can get a 90 wide up here. So I was looking, there's a few 90/14s that you can get. That way, if you do want a nice fat front tire, get nice grip going around turns and stuff. You know, when you get big fat tires like that, it weighs a lot for these little bikes. But the torque that this motor produces, it's not even gonna matter what kind of weight you put onto it. So I'm pretty stoked. I think as popular as this bike is gonna get, we're gonna get a lot of aftermarket support on it. You know, it's just the beginning, and this is all just speculation on my part, of course. But I mean, once these start coming out, people are gonna lose it. That's such a badass bike. Woo! So that's what I mean. I'm just not smooth with the foot brake. I get scared and I just almost lock it up. I'm gonna end up mouse trapping. And for those who don't know what mouse trapping is, it's when you're in a wheelie and you press the brake so hard that you slam down and you do a front flip over the bars. So I'm trying to be careful with that. So yeah, so what do we got? A controller, gonna do the brakes. We'll get all those how-tos out. Obviously, once I get the far driver hooked up, I'm gonna go ahead and slap on the dirt tires again. That way we can go test it out in the sandy areas back here, because I know my biggest gripe with the Razors, the Mototecs, is these small motors just cannot handle that sugar sand. You know, if you get into it and you start sinking in, they pretty much just bog down. You're full pin, the motor's not going anywhere, it heats up, just super bad. And from what I'm hearing, this thing will just dig ruts, you know, at 72 volt 100 amps. So you know, that's 7,200 watts nominal, and then it'll be like close to 8 kilowatts full charged, you know. So once you got that full battery, it's going to be nasty. Another thing is, I think the whole community, you know, the electric dirt bike builders, conversions, all that stuff, it looks like everybody's going to Vesc, and Vesc seems to be the answer. Don't get me wrong, the far driver is great, but there really, once you get used to it, there really isn't much you can do with the far driver. I mean, the thing is everyone's noticing that from 0 RPM to like 500, it's not giving you full amps. So it's just not as torquey as it could be. You know, the throttle adjustments, while still very good, is very minimal, where the Vesc is going to be like the best of all the worlds, you know, between Kelly, Voltal, far driver, and then some. You know, I downloaded the Vesc tool, and the Vesc tool, the app is just insane. There's pages on pages on pages. There's freaking like energy consumption. There's all sorts of graphs and gauges. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'll be doing what is it, the flip ski 75-200. A little bit cheaper, but I'd rather stay on the cheaper end of the Vesc until I get it all figured out. Shout out to my boy Jordan again, man. That guy, oh, I'd be in so deep if it wasn't for him. So shout out Jordan if you're watching this. You're the boy. Appreciate you. This thing, dude. Even though I'm chasing it, it just chases them out. But remember, guys, chasing is dangerous. Get used to your brake first before you start going crazy. But what else we got? It's pretty much just all going to be bombmoto content for a while here. You know, once I get this thing to where I really like it and I think I have enough content out there for you guys to comfortably, you know, do this stuff yourself, get your own far driver, get your own Vesc, whatever, and, you know, teach you guys how to do it. Eventually I'm going to move back over to the mototec, because I want to put that big 72 volt from a morgue inside the mototec. That way I can finally turn up the QS 165. Hopefully we'll have some future builds here as well. Not my builds personally, but some builds I might be doing for other people. So look forward to that. And then I gotta plug my Patreon and my Patreon supporters, my patrons. I appreciate you guys. What do we got? 3 Patreons so far, and you guys have been holding it down for months, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Cause YouTube ain't paying, I'll tell you guys that. So you guys' support helps a lot. And you know, if anybody else wants to help support the channel, the link is always in the description. Of course, it's always appreciated. And then, I mean, there's a few perks that you can get. Like, I'll post all my how-tos about a week early. That way you get full access to it first. You can hit me up in the messenger, and I'll help you out with your builds and all that good stuff. All that kind of stuff. But just a little plug, you know, I gotta plug it. Hopefully one of these days, the goal is to switch over to YouTube full-time, create content for you guys all the time, ride around, do wheelies, try new stuff, try new controllers, try new bikes. But yeah, let's just mess around, do some wheelies. You see I got the KTM out today. Maybe I'll throw a little clip riding that at the end. First ride on that thing, other than up and down my street and trying wheelies in my driveway. I think it's terrifying. Oof. Okay. I've been pretty good with the handbrake on all my bikes of keeping my right foot down, because I know sometimes I'll like balance myself with one foot, but I do pretty good at keeping my right foot down on the peg, because I don't want to accidentally balance myself with this foot and drop back too far, and then boop, I ain't got no handbrake. So really trying to save my skin and learn Footbrake properly, especially when I get to the KTM and start practicing wheelies on that beast. Of course you got to add in the clutch, but I mean, for the most part you just pop the clutch and leave it alone, unless you're doing circles and stuff. That'll more or less be give getting used to throttle control, how much throttle I need to give it when I pop the clutch up. The power band is pretty freaking nutty on that thing, since it is a 105. So I think it started life as an 85. I know KTM does sell them as a 105 right off the lot, but I believe mine started as a 85 XC. So I mean, it's all set up for trail riding and stuff. It's got a chasing it. It's got a flyweight wheel. It came with a Recluse auto clutch, which I took all that. I took the auto clutch out. I left the flyweight wheel. I figure that'll help me with like slow wheelies and feathering and stuff. But yeah, guys, I'm stoked. By the time I upload this, which should be tomorrow-ish, the bombmoto should be up on their site. It's going to be first come, first serve. I know they did a decent sized shipment for this first public batch. So make sure you guys get on that, because I do not know how long they're going to last. And then, of course, it's going to take a little bit to get the next shipment in. But yeah, it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you get yours, you know, earliest, you're going to get your bike first, of course. This foot brake works so freaking good. I'm so pumped on that. I'm ready to start learning some one-handers. Dropping back, learning coasters. Take both hands off. I don't know if I can do that. I did kind of screw up. I should have dropped the pegs first before I mounted the foot brake. But I figure I could just cut a couple more holes, or drill a couple more holes in the bracket, and then drop the lever down a little bit. Shouldn't be too hard if I do decide that. I would say that is like one of my gripes about the bike is, I don't know what it is with all these electric bikes. Their ground clearance is insanely high, and the foot pegs are right up there with it. And it's kind of squishes you. Like, my knees are well over the top of the seat. I mean, it's not a big deal, because I mean, definitely not hitting my knees at all. But I'm 5'9". I'm pretty sure I got short legs for 5'9". But otherwise, man, this thing's awesome. My butt don't hurt. Been out here riding for like a good 20 minutes so far, and my butt's feeling fine compared to the Mototecs, which would just absolutely annihilate me. Chain seems like it's holding up great. I think the one other issue was the back brake. You really needed to give it like a whole handful, because it almost felt like brake fade. But I mean, I don't know, man. Could just be because it's a small caliper and a small master. By the way, they're M8 banjos, and all the ones that I seem to find are M10 banjos. So I am having an issue finding a caliper that will hook into it, because I can't seem to find like an adapter for, you know, go from M10 down to M8. But yeah, the brakes, they're not as grippy as I was hoping they would be. Drop it back, Brandon. There we go, slowing it down a little bit. Oh. And then slam her down. Let's go see if I can do some circles. Probably end this video off here pretty soon. I think the boys are starting to head over this way. So we're gonna ride some dirt bikes for a little bit, and then I gotta get my butt home to go to work. Oh crap. Alright, I really gotta dial it in. I was getting these so good on the SX 500 when I had that. Oh, gotta keep it taller. No. It's like they've been doing some burnouts over here. But yeah, so let me know how you guys are enjoying the B1 content. Let me know if you guys want to see more of me just riding around. I know I've been going hard with the how-tos and stuff like that, which I never plan on stopping that. I love helping the community. I think everybody should have the information and the know-how to do this kind of stuff themselves. The bombmoto, they came out as... Had to clear some storage on my SD card there. Video cut off. But anyways, as I was saying, the bombmoto, this company is all about being cheap, affordable, and obviously quality that everybody can get access to. For $850 plus shipping, you're getting an awesome bike that's so close to a legit dirt bike. It's like I can compare it to a CRF 110, maybe with a little bit shorter of a wheelbase, but it feels just like one. Obviously the pegs, those are going to be updated in the future, per bombmoto's words. But my channel has always been about saving you guys money and showing you guys how to do it, and an easy way to make this affordable to you. That way, you can have something 72 volt, 7 plus kilowatts. This one isn't going to require any welding or anything, just a simple wiring kit and you're good to go. And I fully support this company and what they're doing. I really hope they strive, and I honestly don't think they're going anywhere. But yeah, if you guys want to check them out, I will link the website down below. Like I said, these are dropping actually today, which I'll probably post tomorrow, this video. So check them out. If they're still in stock, buy these things up, because this first batch is not going to last long. But like I said, guys, these guys aren't going anywhere. So be sure to keep an eye on them. Sign up for email updates. They have a 72 volt battery coming out soon. That's going to drop right in. 30 amp hours, going to give you a ton of range, and going to get you right around that 5 to 7 kilowatts range. Obviously, these have a warranty limit of 5 kilowatts. So if you go over 5, you're on your own. But, he said he's going to be carrying spare parts and stuff. It's not going to be like mototec. He's not going to put them all over the page. So don't expect to, buy forks so you can throw them on your razor. It's going to be for the bombmoto. It's a small company, so hang tight with them, guys. But I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and practice some more and get a little bit better on this thing so we can really shred some sweet wheelies in the next upcoming videos. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.